यं शैवा समुपासते शिवयति ब्रह्मेति वेदान्तिनः बौद्धा बुद्ध इति प्रमाणपटवः कर्तेति नैयायिकाः अर्हन्नित्यथ जैनशासनरताः कर्मेति मीमांसकाः सोऽयं वो विदधातु वाञ्छितफलं त्रैलोक्यनाथो हरिः.
Namaste. Today we are going to look at Rama Shabdam. Many Samskrt courses start with learning this Shabdam because there are plenty of Samskrt nouns that belong to this class. We are going to spend a good bit of time learning this Shabdam with plenty of examples. We don't have time to go in such depth with all Shabdams, so I will be asking the users to use our treatment of Rama Shabdam as a template to practice other Shabdams with the same kind of rigor. Okay. Now let's recollect what a Shabdam table is. It's a fundamental aspect of Sanskrit grammar where we learn how to form a sentence correctly. More specifically, with reference to English grammar, a Shabdam table tells us how to combine a preposition and a noun correctly. For example, let's take the simple English sentence, Rama goes to the beach. Now, instead of saying Rama goes to the beach, what if we said Rama goes the beach? Rama goes by the beach. Rama goes because of the beach. Rama goes from the beach. They all would be incorrect, right? Either they would make no grammatical sense at all, or in some cases they would convey a completely different meaning than what the speaker intends. Now in English, to the beach appears as three different words when you combine the preposition to and the noun beach. Now in Sanskrit, as in many other languages, so for example in Tamil, they appear as a single word. In Tamil, to the beach we would say kadarkaraikku, right? Now the Shabdam table tells us how to change the word beach or kadarkarai to kadarkaraikku. And just like Tamil, how we change it depends on the noun or the number of the noun. If it is a single kadarkarai, if it's a single beach, then we say kadarkaraikku. If there are multiple beaches that a person is going, then it becomes kadarkaraigalukku, right? So those nuances come to us naturally when it is our mother tongue or when we have learned the language a long time ago as a young person, or we have learnt it in an immersive way. For us new learners of Sanskrit, it does take an effort, right? But once we acquire that skill, it will come naturally to us. That's why it is important to learn the Shabdams, to learn the tables. Okay. So now the question is, why have multiple Shabdams? Why not have a single table? Right? Why have Rama Shabdam, Rama Shabdam, Nadi Shabdam, and so on? Why not just have the same kind of variations for any noun, like in English? In English, whether we are going to the beach or the cinema or the park or the movies, it's the same. To the beach, to the cinema, to the park, to the movies. But that is the unique characteristic of a language. Every language is different, has a style. It might appear complex in the beginning, but once we learn it, we will find that the complexities are actually intricacies of the language that add beauty, like a piece of art that is made up of exquisite, fine strokes. Okay, let's move on. Let's first learn the Rama Shabdam. This is how the Rama Shabdam looks like. You will find that it has many similarities to the Tad Shabdam Sahataute, which we learned first. Okay, let's say it out loud first. I will say it. Please repeat every line. Please repeat after me. Ramaha, Ramau, Ramaha. Ramam, Ramau, Raman. Ramena, Ramabhyam, Ramaihi. Ramaya, Ramabhyam, Ramebhyah. Ramat, Ramabhyam, Ramebhyah. Ramasya, Ramayoho, Ramanam. Rame, Ramayoho, Rameshu. Okay, now there's a whole bunch of nouns in Sanskrit that belong to the Rama Shabdam type, and they all go the same way. For example, let's take Rama's brother, Bharata. If we can deal with Rama, we can deal with Bharata too. Bharataha, Bharatau, Bharataha. Bharatam, Bharatau, Bharatan. Bharatena, Bharatabhyam, Bharataihi. Bharataya, Bharatabhyam, Bharatebhyah. Bharatat, Bharatabhyam, Bharatebhyah. Bharatasya, Bharatayoho, Bharatanam. Bharate, Bharatayoho, Bharateshu. So what we are seeing is a pattern. So you add suffix to the base root word. So for example, in the case of Ram, we have Ram plus Aha, Ramaha. Ram plus Au, Ramau, Ramaha. So you take the root and add Aha to it, Au to it, Aha to it. You get all the Prathama Vibhaktis. Okay. Similarly, you add Au, An, Ena, Abhyam, Aihi, Aya, Abhyam, Abhya, Ebhyah, and so on. Okay, so we'll just practice it with a couple of other nouns so that the pattern becomes clear. Let's start with Acharya, teacher. Okay, so whenever possible, please say it aloud. So just like Ramaha, Ramau, Ramaha, we have Acharyaha, Acharyau, Acharyaha. Ramam, Ramau, Raman. Acharyam, Acharyau, Acharyan. Ramena, Ramabhyam, Ramaihi. So we have Acharyena, Acharyabhyam, Acharyaihi. Ramaya, Ramabhyam, Ramebhyah. We have Acharyaya, Acharyabhyam, Acharyebhyah. Ramat, Ramabhyam, Ramebhyah. Acharyat, Acharyabhyam, Acharyebhyah. Ramasya, Ramayoho, Ramanam. Acharyasya, Acharyayoho, Acharyanam. Rame, Ramayoho, Rameshu. Acharye, Acharyayoho, Acharyeshu. Now next we will practice with student, Shishya. Okay. Now we will leave Rama behind. We'll just deal with Shishya. Shishyaha, Shishyau, Shishyaha. Shishyam, Shishyau, Shishyan. Shishyena, Shishyabhyam, Shishyaihi. Shishyaya, Shishyabhyam, Shishyebhyah. शिष्यात् शिष्याभ्याम शिष्येभ्यः शिष्यस्य शिष्ययोः शिष्याणां शिष्ये शिष्ययोः शिष्येषु. Some of them sound like tongue twisters. That's why it's very important to say it out loud. All right. Okay. Now what we will do is we will go back to Rama and Bharata. Okay. So without actually building sentences, tables just become multiplication tables. For us to remember and use multiplication tables, we need to do simple additions, right? Or simple multiplications, simple arithmetic. So similarly, we will build simple sentences, practice building simple sentences using two words, two nouns from the Rama Shabdam, namely Rama and Bharata, and one verb. To create meaningful sentences, we just need two nouns and a verb. Okay, so we will use the verb see, pashya. Okay, and then we will try and build certain combinations. Okay, so with Rama, Bharata, and Pashya. Let's start with Rama sees Bharata. Okay, so Rama is the subject, so first vibhakti Ramaha. Ramaha, because Ramaha is singular, Ramaha pashyati. And whom does Rama see? Bharata. So Bharata becomes the first direct object. So we need to use the Dvitiya Vibhakti Bharatam. So the sentence becomes Ramaha Bharatam Pashyati. What about Rama sees two Bharatas? Okay, so in this case, because the Rama is still singular, the verb does not change. Okay, the verb declination depends only on the subject. So it's still Ramaha Pashyati. Ramaha Kam Pashyati, Ramaha Bharatau, because there are two Bharatas. Ramaha Bharatau Pashyati. Rama sees many Bharatas. Same pattern. Ramaha Bharatan. Dvitiya Vibhakti Bahuvachanam. Many Bharatas. So Bharatan. Ramaha Bharatan Pashyati. Alright. So Rama sees Bharata. Ramaha Bharatam Pashyati. Rama sees two Bharatas. Ramaha Bharatau Pashyati. Rama sees many Bharatas. Ramaha Bharatan Pashyati. What if we flip it and say Bharata sees Rama? Now it becomes Bharataha Ramam Pashyati. Bharata sees two Ramas. Bharataha Ramau Pashyati. Bharata sees many Ramas. Bharataha Raman Pashyati. So if you look at the second word, it's just the Dvitiya Vibhakti table coming in right here. Ramam, Ramau, Raman. So with these examples, we are able to practice just with Rama and Bharata the first two Vibhaktis, first and the second. Okay. Now just to be exhaustive, let's look at other examples. Let's now practice several sentences. And let's do it this way. I will say a sentence in English. When you hear the sentence, pause the video and then see if you can come up with the Samskrt sentence. And then play the video and let's see if you and I come up with the same sentence. Okay? Krishna sees Kamsa. Krishna pashyati. Krishna sees. Krishna kam pashyati. Krishna kamsam pashyati. Like Ramam, kamsam. Govinda sees many villages. Govinda pashyati. Govinda kam pashyati. Govinda graman pashyati. Ramam, Ramau, Raman. Gramam, Gramau, Graman. The bird sees two trees. Khagaha pashyati. Khagaha kam pashyati. Khagaha vrikshau pashyati. Madhava sees a mountain. A mountain denoting just one mountain. Madhavaha pashyati. Madhavaha kam pashyati. Madhavaha parvatam pashyati. Ramam parvatam. The boy sees two balls. Balaha pashyati. Balaha kam pashyati. Balaha kandukau pashyati. Ramam Ramau. Kandukam Kandukau pashyati. Many students see many teachers. Shishyaha students. Shishyaha pashyanti plural. So pashyanti. Shishyaha pashyanti. Shishyaha kam pashyanti. Shishyaha acharyan pashyanti plural. Ramam Ramau Raman. Acharyam Acharyau Acharyan. Shishyaha Acharyan pashyanti. Two men see two animals. Two men. Manushyau Ramaha Ramau. Okay, so this is the subject. So Ramaha Ramau, because it's two men, the verb pashyati is now pashyataha. Manushyau pashyataha. Okay. Manushyau kam pashyataha. Manushyau mrigau, two animals. Mrigam Mrigau Mrigan. Ramam Ramau Raman. Mrigam Mrigau Mrigan. So Manushyau Mrigau Pashyataha. Many people see a school. Many people. Janaha Pashyanti. Right? Plural. So Janaha kam pashyanti. Janaha vidyalayam pashyanti. Ramam Ramau Raman. Vidyalayam Vidyalayau Vidyalayan. Okay. Janaha vidyalayam pashyanti. Two travelers see many houses. Two travelers. Okay. Pathika is the root that we will use. There may be other words, but we are here using only nouns that belong to Rama Shabdam. So Pathikau, two travelers, just like Ramau, Pashyataha. Pathikau Pashyataha. Pathikau kam Pashyataha. Pathikau gehan Pashyataha. Gehan Pashyataha. The father sees two relatives. Janakaha pashyati. Janakaha kam pashyati. Janakaha bandhavau pashyati. Ramam Ramau. Bandhavam Bandhavau. Janakaha bandhavau pashyati. The father teaches Madhava. Janakaha pathayati. Janakaha kam pathayati. Janakaha Madhavam pathayati. Janakaha Madhavam pathayati. Many relatives teach a student. Many relatives. Bandhavaha Pathayanti, because it's plural. Bandhavaha kam pathayanti, bandhavaha shishyam pathayanti. Many travelers teach the boy. Many travelers. Pathikaha pathayanti. Pathikaha kam pathayanti. Pathikaha balakam pathayanti. Birds teach animals. Birds. Khagaha, plural. Pathayanti. Khagaha pathayanti. Khagaha kam pathayanti. Khagaha mrigan pathayanti. Ramam, Ramau, Raman. If you've noticed, when I ask the question, I always use come, because when you're asking, you don't know if it's going to be singular, plural, how many people they teach, and so on. So it's safer to use just the singular. Men teach relatives. Men. Janaha pathayanti. Janaha kam pathayanti. Janaha bandhavan pathayanti. The joy of beginning to learn Sanskrit is that it opens up a world of possibilities when it comes to appreciating shlokas. Even ones that we are so used to chanting every day, maybe until now, but we did so without understanding their meaning. Here's one special shloka that is very relevant to today's topic, to this week's topic, and that is the Ramo Rajamani stotra. The beauty of this stotra is that it has many words from the Rama Shabdam, almost as though the composer wrote the shloka in order to learn the Rama Shabdam. Let's hear our fellow learner Tanmay Shri chant the shloka.
Ramo Rajamani sada vijayate, Ramam Ramesham bhaje, Ramena abhiyata nishachara chamu, Ramaya tasmai namaha, Ramannasti parayanam parataram, Ramasya dasosmyaham, Rame chittalaya sada bhavatu me, Bho Rama mamurdara. Dhanyavadaha.
As an exercise, I'm going to ask you to break down the shloka word by word and understand its meaning. Okay, let's pay special attention to the vibhaktis Ramo, Ramam, and understand why it is appearing in that form from that context. It's a great way to learn Sanskrit. It's also a great way to learn the Rama Shabdam. All right, that's it for this week. We dealt with only a single narrow topic of Rama Shabdam, but spent a lot of time on it because it's important. It's the first in-depth Shabdam that we are learning. We're going to do that. We are not going to do that for every Shabdam, but please do practice building simple sentences with nouns from the Rama Shabdam. Have a wonderful week.